We're back with Vince Flynn, the author of Pursuit of Honor, which is one of the fiction books that I read over the summer that is absolutely just tremendous. You're one of my favorite writers. How long ago was it? When did we first meet? 4 years? 5 years?
No. This was
Longer?
You were in Philly, in that little 300-watt AM radio station down in the basement of that.
That's not true. Not
No,
true.
it was a decent, but you were in Philly.
Yeah.
I was there the day you were considering moving to New York, and I was telling you that's fine if you do, but just
buy
a house
extra.
outside the blast radius.
That's right. That's right. You were the guy who said you got to figure out where the blast radius is, and I know. Yeah. I know exactly where it is.
Unfortunately.
But the thing that I liked about you, Vince, when we first met was A, you said it like it was, and B, you're not some elitist. We're in a world now that seems to be being run by elitists and by people who don't understand the importance of failure. When we first started talking, here you are a writer.
Yeah.
One of the biggest selling fiction writers around now. Probably, well, you have dyslexia.
Yeah. Grew up diagnosed in 3rd grade. Went and took those classes, SLBP, Slow Learning Behavior Problem. Those ladies were great. You know, they taught me how to kind of skip over the words that I couldn't pronounce and move on. I still won't read aloud in public. I get cold sweats.
Seriously?
Stutter and stammer. But and I do believe this.
Wait. So if I'm not going to ask you to do it, but if I gave you this, you couldn't.
I would sweat bullets, read very slow, and I could probably get through it, but I wouldn't. I just won't do it.
How is it?
When I give a lot of speeches, they're always on the fly. I mean, I know what I'm going to say roughly, but I will not read.
Even if you've written notes yourself, like your own books?
Won't do it. Will not do it. I have such bad memories of sitting in the back of a classroom, being told, you know, everybody's going to read a paragraph, and skipping ahead to my paragraph and being mortified and trying to read it enough times that I wouldn't stutter and stammer, get called on, even in high school. And it gets to me, and I'd be going, horrible reader. Ran from the problem.
When did you decide you wanted to be a writer? You didn't
it was the
read
weirdest
books.
thing. I'm in college. I get a C, I'm taking a class pass-fail. I hand a paper in. It comes back. It's got a big red F on it. I'm not there the day it comes back. I show up at lunch the next day, and a buddy of mine had picked it up, and it's laying there on the lunch table, and it's got a big red F, and underneath it says, I don't know how in the hell you got into college. I don't know how you're going to graduate. This is the worst paper I've read in the 10 years I've been teaching. I hid from the problem. I did just enough to get by. I was a good athlete, so that got me by. That gave me the confidence to go forward. And then Al McGuire came and spoke, who coached the Marquette Warriors to a national championship at the University of St. Thomas, where I was going to school. He talked about how he was dyslexic, and he grew up. He got his way through high school and college cheating, and on a basketball scholarship, and went back after they won the national championship and taught himself how to read and write. And I thought, if this guy can do it, I got to do it. So I went back and I taught myself the fundamentals of writing, and I started reading for the first time. My mom and dad had been on me for years, so I finally picked up Trinity by Leon Uris. I plowed through it, and I was hooked.
Happy book.
Yeah, a very emotional book.
Cow.
And so then it was Tom Clancy was coming on scene at the time.
So wait. Sorry for not knowing much about dyslexia, but so it's not a problem if you're reading silently? It's just a problem for you?
Oh, see, what happens when you're reading silently is you skip over the word.
Okay.
And you become a speed reader. So if you miss one word in a sentence, that's not that big of a deal. By the time you get to the end of the paragraph, you understand what's going on. At the end of the page, you just fly through it. I am a horrible speller. I omit words. My editor, Emily Bessler, she deals with this all the time. I just leave words out of my manuscript. I'm typing so fast, and I come up with creative ways to spell things. But what I didn't know as a kid, Glenn, what I didn't know as a kid is it's a gift. You don't feel like it when you feel like you're stupid. You feel like you're in the back of the classroom. You don't get it. It's coming natural to everybody else, and you feel stupid. And I talk to a lot of kids about this. There's this great place in the Twin Cities called the Groves Academy, and I'm on the board. And they specialize in kids with learning disabilities. And they capture them at an early age, and they work on them with intensive small classes to get the kids mainstream so they can get back. Because once you learn some of these tricks, you can be fine down the road.
Right.
And the big thing is the ad agencies of the world, the creative people on Broadway and in Hollywood, they're all, it's a disproportionate number of dyslexics.
I hated my ADD. I ADD off the charts. You know what my ADD allows me to do?
Radio show, television show, 3 books a year.
Yeah, I mean, I can function at 4. I've actually had a meeting before. This is, I don't know, about a year ago, and somebody was visiting and said, "What do you do? How do you do that?" I was had a meeting, and we had 4 different meetings, and there were 2 doors here. There was a meeting in a couch, and here there was somebody else at a computer here, and all I did was talk when they were doing something. Then I turned to the next group of people, talk a little bit, turn into that door, and I just kept turning a circle. I mean, it is a gift. What used to be a problem is a gift.
It's a problem as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go around and I talk to schools, what I tell the kids are, first of all, you have to accept each other's differences. Some of you are going to be a crappy football player. Some of you are going to be a great mathematician, whatever it is. Accept each other's differences and help prop each other up.
Yeah.
Because if you're not fitting in and you feel stupid, you better be good at something. It better be music or football or something.
You know, it doesn't have to. You don't have to know. I didn't know. I didn't figure things out until my mid-30s. When did you figure? When did you say, "I'm going to be a writer"?
I started thinking about it at 21 because every time I sat down to read one of these books, I knew what was going to happen. It was the weirdest thing. It was the gift. I can recite lines. I'll watch your show and I'll blurt out stuff that you're about to say. It's the way the dyslexic mind works. I can't explain it. But what I tell these kids is these sales.
He's got Tourette's too now. People do that all the time. They watch my show, they shout things out.
but these kids I tell these parents with the kids with ADD, your kid's driving you nuts right now because he's got all this energy. But guess who's going to take care of you when you're in the retirement home? It's going to be little Johnny, because he's going to be the best salesperson some company's ever had, because he won't know how to stop. He'll just keep cold calling people. So it's a gift. And
when did your success come?
I self-published Term Limits when I was 31. I had 60 plus rejection letters. I'd put them all up on a bulletin board where I wrote every day, and I'd say, I'm going to prove you people wrong. It was a great source of strength that Clancy and Grisham had been rejected by every publishing house in New York City. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to stick with it. So I self-published Term Limits in '97, went to #1 in the Twin Cities, got picked up by Simon & Schuster, and now the 11th book just came out this past month.
America, this is the thing you have to understand. You just heard the story of Vince Flynn, one of the biggest selling authors in America today, probably one of the biggest in the world. And it was a story of struggle and being told you're stupid and failure and everything else. This is the story that we need to remember. We all know these stories. We all know different people with these stories. Failure leads to success. Let's slow down on everybody's too big to fail. Let them fail. It's a blessing. Back in a second. With Vince Flynn, the author of Pursuit of Honor. If you haven't read it yet, when did it come out? August?
October 13th. Yes.
October, really?
Yeah.
It's only been in, my gosh.
I
guess I read it, yeah.
An influential member of the media, so you get
so I got an advance copy. Yeah, it's a fantastic book, one of my favorites of the year. Okay, so I want to talk to you because you called me, when was it, Saturday? Last Saturday? You called me and you said, Glenn, this is insane. How do we get things back? And you had some suggestions. And we spent some time talking about the Republican Party and the people that express their concerns to you, that people like me
might blow it all up,
might wreck the Republican Party. And I think my response to you was good. Only because I really believe that if wrecking the Republican Party means holding them accountable for reckless spending, special interests, and an end of corruption, if that's what wrecks them, good. They should be destroyed.
Yeah,
I think it would save them, quite honestly.
I think that we have had a paradigm shift in this country, and everything got pulled to the left.